You know, many people had the day off today because of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Federal workers off work, down to kindergartners off school. But that day of no school meant many Idaho educators from around the state could spend some time at the State House making an appeal to lawmakers who are considering a school choice voucher, savings account, or tax credit, any of those. Some version of which we are guaranteed to see debated this session. And something Governor Little made clear in his State of the State address is a priority, even putting a price tag of $50 million for whatever plan comes down the pike. But those who showed up today would rather not have any plan, no matter what color lipstick you want to put on that pig, to borrow a popular opposition turn of phrase. Joe Paris, you were there this afternoon. And is there a unified argument against having any of these accounts, vouchers, school choice, tax credit bills?
I think there'll be a lot of different arguments and criticisms from that side, but the real one that we will hear today and we'll share with you in a minute is there's concern about taking money away from Idaho's public schools. So a main theme from the event that, again, it featured the Idaho Association of School Administrators, Idaho School Boards Association, and the Idaho Education Association. What is being school choice? Tax rebates in Idaho? Will it divert money away from public schools? That's what they're thinking. And they say that these schools badly need the money. Governor Brad Little said in his State of the State that the school choice program must be done the Idaho way. At the event, we heard from Dr. Melissa Farrow, a Caldwell educator who wears many hats on a daily basis, but she's a former Idaho Teacher of the Year and Idaho Education Association board member. And she touched on the following quote from Governor Little. So Governor Little said during the State of the State, in terms of whatever the school choice program is, quote, "It needs to be fair, responsible, transparent, and accountable. It must prioritize the families that need it most, and it must not take funds away from public schools."
Fair, accountable, reasonable, and transparent. And I would say to the governor that if you're looking for those four characteristics, they already exist in Idaho public schools. And I feel like creating a voucher system goes back to the whole separation of classes. It creates a subclass of people who can attend private school and a subclass of people who have to attend public school. I really feel like it is a sacrifice of putting resources towards a few in the name of school choice, as opposed to providing opportunities for every student that comes through Idaho's school systems.
So something I've wondered, is there a compromise from this perspective of folks that do not want to see school vouchers, tax credits, whatever? I spoke with Idaho Education Association Executive Director Paul Stark.
I don't think it's impossible, but I do think you have to meet your constitutional mandate first. You can't ignore the Idaho State Constitution and go running off developing all these big budget programs. So yes, first fully fund your constitutionally mandated system. At that point, let's talk about alternatives.
So there are folks in that room that are open to some program if you check the box of making sure that Idaho's public schools are fully funded, and they say, in their perspective, not even close. I am told by several sources that some sort of school choice bill is expected to appear at the State House this week. Could be one, could be a few, but Brian, as we start to see these school choice bills come in, again, school choice, tax credit, whatever you want to call them, there is a unified camp that says it's going to hurt public schools, something that Governor Little said basically in his Secretary of State, or excuse me, State of the State, that he doesn't want to take money away from public schools.
Well, that's what we heard from the Fruitland superintendent, that they're $80 million shy in their special education budget. So fill that first, and then we can talk funding private schools. All right, thank you very much, Joe. We'll see what happens with this.